guys are in for a treat today, because in this video, we're going to be talking about which coins I think can survive the depths of this deep bear market and make it back to their all-time highs. As you guys know, Bitcoin is down 75% from all-time highs, with many altcoins getting decimated in this bear market since November 2021. Which ones do I think are going to recover? Which ones do I think will not survive and be the victims of this latest bear market? Smash up likes. Don't forget to subscribe as always. If you're looking to buy any cryptocurrency, I personally use Bybit. Links in the description. You've also got BitGet, another platform I use to trade as well. But of course, do your own research. Using exchange is exactly that. Use it to exchange and then get out when you need to. Guys, let's take a look here. Slightly different video today, and you can see here Bitcoin is sitting here 75% from all-time high. So what I've gone ahead and done is I've listed obviously all the coins here as you get on CoinMarketCap, but I've added this column in from all-time high, so we can see the dollar amount from all-time high, but also the percentage. I'm going to go down and not only give my view on whether the top coins here will survive, but also what do I think is the likelihood of them getting back to all-time high. Of course, this is just my personal opinion. I do not confess to know everything about every single coin. I may pass some of the coins if I feel like I'm not too familiar with it. And of course, do your own research. This is not advice, definitely not financial advice. So as you can see on Bitcoin, down 75%. We know the all-time high here was closer to that $69,000 level mark. Do I think Bitcoin will survive the bear market? That's the first question. And I think, you know, we're probably all shouting at the screen at this point saying a resounding yes. I don't think there's anything here which makes me think that Bitcoin will not survive this bear market. And do I think it's going to go back to all-time high? For me, I have huge conviction that this will return and that 75% retracement will be made up to the upside. Now remember guys, one thing you have to remember, a 75% retracement doesn't mean you need 75% to get back to all-time highs. You need much more than that. So the ride to the upside for every dollar you're investing at these suppressed prices gives you far more than the retracement you've seen to the downside. That's one important thing to remember when investing. Let's move on to Ethereum, down 74% at the moment, obviously holding up a little bit better than Bitcoin, partially due to the fact that Ethereum's had a big year. Yes, it's retraced down hugely, but they managed to do ETH 2.0. They've managed to move from proof of work to proof of stake without a hitch. And for that, they're going to be rewarded. And that's one of the reasons why you're seeing it hold up a little bit better here. Do I think Ethereum will survive this bear market? Yes, I think they'll survive the bear market. And I think returning back to all-time highs here for Ethereum isn't going to be too much of a challenge, in my opinion. For those of you who were around in 2021, when DeFi was going crazy through 2020 and then 2021 into the NFT craze, Ethereum was benefiting from all of that. And you can see that a lot of the total value locked continues to remain in Ethereum and was during the bull market as well. So, you know, yes, there's other exciting layer one solutions, which we're going to come on to as we go down this list. But Ethereum continues to be that number one, continues to benefit from the early adopter, being the first, right? Being first to the market, having that name recognition, and also now having moved over to ETH 2.0, that's going to stand them well for this next phase into the next bull market, in my opinion. Tether, I'm going to skip stablecoins, but you guys know my opinion on Tether, right? I'm not the most confident regarding Tether, and I don't want to spread FUD. I mean, that's not my job here to spread FUD about any particular project or coin, but I've made my opinions clear on Tether. I just don't feel 100% comfortable. Yes, I use it as a necessary evil, just like I use any other stablecoin, but I make sure I'm diversified across different stablecoins. And for some reason, the way they invest their reserves just doesn't make me too comfortable. Moving on to BNB, that's the Binance's coin, their exchange token. But of course, there's many different utilities for the Binance coin, as well as taking advantage of lower fees on the platform, taking good advantage of launch pads and many other things that they've managed to do. What an amazing performance by Binance coin this year, right? Just down 58% from all-time highs versus Bitcoin and Ethereum, which are 75 and 74% from their all-time highs. Binance coin has been a real hidden gem. And I know it's boring to talk about. Nobody wants to talk about Binance. And this is one that even on our course member live streams, which by the way, you guys can join Ijaz.uk/member. We talk about all these different things. And I always say to my course members, I wish I just top up a bit more Binance. So I have to constantly remind myself, it's almost like medicine. Go and get yourself a little bit of Binance, right? It's number 4 on there. It's been there for a while. It's strong. Now, I will add one caveat around this, and that is that I've always felt a little bit nervy around exchange tokens. right? And that's one of the reasons why I've never been able to build a big enough position in exchange tokens. None of the others get me excited, whether it's the Bybit token, whether it's the BitGet token, whether it's any other exchange tokens, the KuCoin one, the FTT one, they just never got me too excited. And it's the same with Binance. Yes, they've been performing really well, which is why I look at it and go, oh, but I just don't like the structure, like we saw with the FTX collapse, of having an exchange token. I feel like there's a conflict of interest, and that plays with me a little bit when trying to invest. USDC will skip past, Binance USD, another stablecoin, will stick past. XRP. Now, guys, look, there are plenty of people more qualified than me to be talking about XRP, down 90% from all-time highs. Do I think it will survive? Yes. I think, quite frankly, XRP is a bit of a roulette play, of course, around the whole SEC case. If I had to root for somebody, I would be rooting for XRP Army, because I think they're fighting the battle for the wider crypto space. And we do not want the SEC to be setting a precedent or using XRP as an example. So, of course, I really do hope that they're able to push through and win. And if they do win the SEC case, I think getting back to all-time highs is just the start for XRP. But of course, if you're investing in it, you need to know it's this roulette play, right? It's not as simple as investing in another layer one solution or another project. It's very hinged around this whole SEC case. So if you're going to be invested in it, you're going to want to understand that. You're going to want to spend your time understanding the SEC case, because that's what is going to move the price action here for XRP. Next up, Dogecoin. A really interesting one with Dogecoin, down 87%. And look, you can't be surprised by that, right? Down 87%. We're going to come on to some of the other ones. You can see Cardano right beneath it, down 90%. So this is down less than something like Cardano. And we know, everybody accepts that this is a meme coin, right? It's a social coin. It's a community coin. You're not investing in it for tech. You're not investing in it for total value locked or DeFi capabilities or anything else but the feel-good movement. And this notion that now, recently, given Elon Musk's approach, ownership of Twitter, that there could be a positive future for Dogecoin. So to answer the question, do I think it will survive this bear market? That's a yes from me. I think Dogecoin will be surviving this crypto winter. And do I think it's going to return to all-time highs? For that to happen, it's got to be Elon Musk, it's got to be Twitter, it's got to be things around those elements. Do I think Dogecoin at some point could die? Potentially, yes. I think there's always going to be a resemblance of, it could rise up from the ashes like a phoenix. I think that's, once a coin's done that a couple of times, like Dogecoin has over the last 12 years, there's always that notion that it could happen again. So people will always hold their bags waiting for a potential, as opposed to just selling their little bit of Dogecoin. But if Elon Musk was to completely U-turn away from Dogecoin, come up with his own coin or do something different or have a Twitter coin or anything else, that could smell a lot of disaster for Dogecoin as well. So that's my view on that one. Cardano, you guys know I'm a big proponent of Cardano. I hold Cardano as a part of the layer one segment of my portfolio, down 90% here in this crypto winter, which when you put it into context of Ethereum, when you put it into context of BNB, which we just looked at, it's taken a real beating, sitting here at 31 cents, down $2.79 from its, over $3 all-time high. It's taken a beating. Do I think it'll survive? Absolutely. Do I think it'll get back to all-time highs? Absolutely. This is one of those that I just feel like has gotten the wrong end of the stick from the markets. There's a whole bunch of people who really do hate on Cardano for whatever reason. But when you look at the fundamentals, they've got a lot of potential. And I think, yes, in certain areas, they've not fulfilled that potential. But also, I invested in Cardano knowing that this is going to be the tortoise in my portfolio. This is not the hare. This is not that Solana. Because remember, what did I say? This is before Solana had its big collapse recently after the FTX troubles. I said I was invested in Cardano to be the antithesis of all the other layer one solutions in my portfolio. If my portfolio is just full of Solanas and phantoms of different projects which are moving fast, right, and aggressively, I need the other side of the portfolio that's a little bit more methodical, a little bit slower, not trying to break things or do things fast. And for me, Cardano represents that in my portfolio. Now, which one's going to be right? Who knows? Maybe both of them can be right at different times. But it's our job as portfolio allocators to do exactly that, to diversify our portfolios, to have exposure to different types of projects, not just have all our eggs in one proverbial basket. Moving down, we then have Polygon-matic. Do I think they're going to survive? Absolutely. I mean, this is the shining gem of 2022 in a very tough market. Polygon-matic is down only 69% from all-time highs. That's outperforming Bitcoin here. Still shy of $1 mark, but I mean, given the progress that they've made throughout this year, the BizDev partnerships, they really have come out positively. They're one of the very few projects that have come out of this bear market with extra stripes on their shoulder. Do I think they'll survive? Absolutely. Do I think they'll surpass their all-time high? For me, absolutely. I consider Polygon-matic a blue chip, and it's a project I continue to DCA and have been for a very long time. time, and my thesis on that hasn't changed a little bit. Moving on to another blue chip, we've got Polkadot, down 90%. So again, in that Cardano range, absolutely smashed from all-time highs here, sitting at $5.28. And again, another one that really did disappoint from the end, from Q4 of 2021 all the way to now. So there's been 12 months of, where Polygon Matic has really managed to do really good biz dev work and really managed to, make good of a tough bear market. Polkadot has done the opposite. They did really well. They fulfilled their white paper. They got their parachains. They had a whole bunch of hype around November and the end of last year. And then it all fizzled out. And they've really not managed to do anything positive here in 2022. Do I think they're going to be okay? For me, yes. I still consider them that blue chip. I like their founding team. I like what they're working on. I like the structure. I like the methodical approach. I think it's a good project, and I continue to allocate into that. Do I think it'll get back to all-time highs? Not comfortably, not easily, but I think at some point, Polkadot, once people start to realize how powerful a tech it is, will start to get the recognition again. Moving down, what do I think of Litecoin? Not one I'm particularly fond of, right? Do I think it's going to return back to all-time high? Probably not. I mean, this is one of those that I just don't feel like has the potential to do that. I could be completely wrong. This is outside of the circle of my competence. It's not something I'm invested in. It's not something I'm excited by. And this could be one of the victims of this 2022 bear market. Another victim, Shiba Inu. Do I think Shiba Inu will make it through this bear market? I think Shiba Inu is going to play it similar to Dogecoin, right? Anybody who's holding a bag of Shiba Inu from the excitement previously, they're probably just going to hold on to it. All those people collectively who threw 500 quid, 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, 5,000, whatever small sum they put into a meme coin, for them, relatively, they might just leave it there. For the sake of it being down 90% now, they're just going to leave it there. And so when you've got all of those bags which people have no need to sell, they don't really care to sell it, that's a hugely powerful influence. And we've seen that with Dogecoin. I wouldn't be surprised in the excitement of another bull market for Shiba Inu to have another impulse wave and to explode again. I think they've done a good job of building actual utility, which is good, but how long can that keep that flywheel going? With these projects like Dogecoin and Shiba, they've got to keep that momentum and that meme recognition going. Remember, what are memes? Memes get boring. If you're on Twitter, if you're on social media, a meme gets boring. It has its moment for a couple of months and then it dies out. So you've got to be careful. What's going to revive that meme? That's what's going to be important. Okay, so with the case of Dogecoin, Elon must revive that meme. Who's going to revive Shiba Inu? Who's going to pick that up for it to return back to all-time highs? It's definitely a long way to go. 90% retracement from all-time highs for Shiba Inu. Tron, another one I don't really play with. I don't hold this, and I don't really have a view on this, so I'm going to skip this one. Solana, how can we can't skip this one. Down 95% here from all-time high. Solana was already getting slammed. Solana was getting slammed just like Cardano, just like Polkadot, which we were looking at, and this was down to their downtime, right? Solana's had a horrible 2022. A lot of downtime this year. We've covered it. I've made videos about it. I've been hugely disappointed. I stopped my DCAs into Solana. I didn't sell any of my positions because I was lucky enough to get in at a low cost base. But it just disappointed from a tech point of view. And this is a fundamental red flag. This is not about, oh, the whole market's down, therefore Solana's down. This is a fundamental red flag that they just can't get their tech stack right. And this is really disappointing because after Ethereum, in 2021, Solana showed the most promise. The NFT volumes, the amount of usage, the transactions, the volume running through Solana. It was the second best to Ethereum by a mile, and they were achieving, what Cardano wanted to achieve and many other layer ones wanted to go and achieve. But that downtime was a real stickler, and that caused a lot of problems for me. Well before then, what we got a couple of weeks ago with the FTX collapse and the ensuing collapse in Solana as well. To come back to the question, do I think it will survive this bear market? For me, yes, I think it'll survive. I think the team's strong enough. I think the ecosystem is strong enough. I think there are enough strong projects which can stand alone and navigate through this bear market here for Solana. But do I think it's going to get back to all-time highs? I think that's going to take a lot of effort, and I don't think that's going to happen as quickly and easily as some people think. There's going to be a long way to go here. Remember, there are huge VCs allocated in Solana who will be looking to offload as this price starts to recover in the next bear market, and I think that constant sell pressure will weigh in on Solana. And I'm saying that as somebody who owns Solana, who holds some Solana, who didn't sell his position, but I didn't actively add to it during this bear market either. Moving on to Uniswap. Do I think Uniswap will survive? Yes. And again, this is one of those positions where I've been lazy. I need to get me some more Uniswap, because when you look at what we've experienced through 2022, what was the resounding lesson? The resounding lesson we've learned is that All the failures happened in a centralized space. Celsius, Voyager, 3 Arrows Capital, FTX. It was all BlockFi. It was all in the centralized space with centralized players. So this rotation across to decentralized plays, whether it's DEXs, whether it's any other decentralized plays, will continue to be a narrative that pins the undercurrent for the next bull market, in my opinion. Down 86% from all-time highs. Do I think it'll survive? Absolutely. They are the first, the best, the most known DEX and AMM in the crypto space, and I think they'll comfortably get back to all-time highs in the next bull market. Moving on, we've got Avalanche. Avalanche down 91% from all-time highs, similar to Cardano, similar to Polkadot, taking a big beating, and it's been a difficult bear market for Avalanche as well. I'm still excited by their tech. I really think they have some good tech. They've got a decent team backing them with good stuff going on, but they've really got to navigate this. I don't know what liquidity issues they're in. I don't know if, their situation in terms of financial roadmap. I mean, we're going to come on to Phantom in a little bit. At least Andre Cronje posted the fact that they've got plenty of runway. I'd love to see that same transparency from the likes of Avalanche, from the likes of Algorand, and some of these other smaller projects, just to take away some of that fear. Because when we look at BNB, we know they've got liquidity, right? When you look at Ethereum, you know that they're strong and capable, they've survived. But with projects like Avalanche, Phantom, Algorand, you want more data to give you that confidence. That's why I was really pleased that Andre Cronje did share that financial data on Phantom to give some confidence around that. So do I think Avalanche will survive? Yes. Do I think it will get back to all-time highs? I don't think it'll be as easy as people think. I think it will take a lot longer, but it still is a solid layer 1 solution. And when you're looking to add to layer 1 solutions, it's definitely there on my list as allocations for solid, good tech layer 1 platforms. I'm going to skip past Leo because I'm not interested. Chainlink, do I think it's going to survive? Absolutely. Do I think it'll get back to all-time highs? Absolutely. Again, just another kind of one of those plays which people find boring, partly because they don't understand it, but anybody in the understanding will say, look, if you go ask any smart contract developer, if I turned off Chainlink, how would you feel? They would panic. They could not cope. The smart contracts could not work without the data oracle that is Chainlink. They've got the most partnerships. They were the first and the best data oracle. And for me, not only are they going to get through this bear market, I think they'll get back to all-time highs and sub. The only bit they got to work on is their ability to market, to get that attention. I think what they recently launched in terms of the ability to now stake your Chainlink natively is going to be a huge game changer in the next bull market as people search for yield, go find Chainlink, learn about it, and start their on-ramp into that ecosystem as well. Moving on to Cosmos Atom, down 78% from all-time highs. They were over $45 roughly here on Cosmos Atom. Layer 0 solution. I made a really good video comparing Cosmos and Polkadot. I'll try to link it up for you, but if not, just type my name and Atom and Dot, and you'll see that comparison video. But really good tech. Everybody knows it's really good tech. They very, very superior tech in the space. And again, it's one of those which just hasn't really caught the imagination of the public. But if you look at the percentage, down only 78%, when many of the others we were looking at were down 80% plus, 90% even, it's held up pretty decently. And I think not only will it survive to the next bull market, but I think you could see them breaking a new all-time high in the next bull market as people start to cotton on onto what Cosmos Atom is about and the issues they're trying to solve with their IBC. Monero, privacy coin, down only 71%. And again, I think this is a narrative which is going to do really well in the next cycle. Again, what have we learned through this cycle? People want more decentralization. They want more privacy. We saw what happened with Tornado Cash, and I could see Monero continuing to move from strength to strength. The best, the most known privacy coin out there. And I could see this doing pretty well in the next cycle. Let's skip past a few others here. You guys know I like Algorand, down 93%. Yes, I think they'll survive, but also I think they really need to go and explode and have a really strong bull market this year. It's been pretty disappointing here during the World Cup that they've not managed to build any more attention. We know they had the FIFA partnership. They're the official blockchain for FIFA, but not really seen that materialize over the last couple of weeks while the World Cup has been playing out. But again, it's good to see them having a focus on biz dev, on marketing. Those have been the weaknesses for Algorand over the last 18 months. And if they can have a big 2022 where they resolve some of that, really get into the mainstream eye and get people understanding Algorand, then I believe they can surpass their all-time highs quite comfortably. But they've got a lot of work to do from the marketing aspect. Gonna skip past a few more. Near Protocol, do I think it'll survive? Absolutely. Down 92%, taking a hit here. Do I think it'll get back to its all-time highs? Yes, but not as easy as you think, guys. It will take some effort. A lot of these projects, including Near Protocol, I'd put in that category, had super inflated valuation. So it will take time as the market starts to recalibrate and say, are you actually worth that amount? Like, because this was sitting at $20. They're going to say, are you really worth that fully diluted market cap? And I can see that it won't be as straightforward for some of these to really get back to those highs straight away. I do want to come on to Phantom as well. You guys know I believe Phantom will survive. Do I think it will get back to all-time highs? Yes, I think it will surpass it as well. Down 93%. It's taken an absolute beating, as you'd expect from a small layer 1 solution. But if you look at the founder, if you look at the fact that Andre Cronje is now back, he's focused, he's invigorated, they've shown the financial situation, they're doing the right things. And I think with the Phantom virtual machine, with all the other exciting things they're working on, I think Phantom could be one of those to shine once they've navigated this bear market. They've shown great strength during this deep, tough bear market. For a small layer 1 solution, it's not guaranteed that you get through this type of a bear market. But they've shown good resilience, they've shown good strength, they stayed out of the news, and they've only been in the news when they're announcing positive things. They've got Quantum Miami, a conference going on early next year, which maybe could provide some interesting announcements as well to kick off 2022. But again, another one that's in my portfolio that I feel will do pretty well. So there you have it, guys. There's my take on the top 20 or so altcoins here in the crypto market at the depths of this bear market. Which ones I think are going to survive and which ones I think will not survive. And ultimately, if I didn't cover off your coin, you need to ask yourself some key tenets right now. One, is my coin dead? Is it facing liquidity issues? Have they fundamentally veered away from what they wanted to initially build? Have they had huge technical issues like Solana, which causes huge issues? What are their weaknesses? I give you another example, right? So you guys know I had some Solana, but I can still notice the weaknesses in its downtime. I'm not emotionally connected. You guys know I'm invested in Algorand as a small part of my layer 1 section of my portfolio. But I still notice when there are issues in terms of their marketing or their biz dev. You've got to be able to detach yourself from your portfolio and say, what are the strong narratives? What are the negatives? You saw how I spoke about Binance Coin, right? Yes, I like Binance Coin, but I'm still marred by the controversy around other exchange tokens. Now, that doesn't mean I will invest or won't invest, but it means it will have an impact on how much I invest and how gung-ho I will be in terms of my investments. And this is what you've got to do. You've got to ask yourself, are there any fundamental issues with the coins I'm invested in? Has anything fundamentally changed? Have any major team members left? Has any funding gone? Do we have any liquidity issues? Have the tokenomics changed? These are the questions you need to ask yourself instead of just sitting there holding a bag saying, praying that hopefully this gets better in the next bull market. Be pragmatic, face the data head on, and be prepared to change your decisions. It's okay. The market's changing, so you can change too. Don't let anybody say, oh, I invested in Solana 3 years ago, 4 years ago, like I did, and now suddenly when things change and they've now got downtime, that you can't suddenly come out and say, no, that's trash. You should not, as a layer 1 solution, be having this much downtime. Say it, do it, and act upon it. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to smash up the like button and subscribe. If you appreciate this type of content, let me know in the comments so I can make more videos like this in the future. Go watch this video here to learn how to trade and make $100 a day trading crypto using a clever, simple strategy, and I'll see you in the next one.